car number 29 from currently 10th in points from Ukiah, Dino Gravera. Car number 204, 8th in points from Upper Lake, David Jones. Car number 11 from Lucerne, the Wild Thing, Kevin Wasick. In car number 45, currently 5th in points from Lower Lake, Manuel Antonio. Car number 87, 3rd in points from Nice, Bill Musi. '09 from Lakeport, Todd Armstrong. Car number 5 from Upper Lake, Gary Collins. More to come. Financial Insurance Group of Lakeport with the case of Oxyburst H2O. The support of the prizes. Car number 35 out with us now. Currently 2nd in points from Cloverdale, George Mavrakis. Car number 49, currently 1st in points from Santa Rosa, Andy Vandeveer. And in car number 57, winner of the Bonus Bombers last week, currently 4th in points from Kelseyville, Eric Johnson Peters, 7 years old. Congratulations to both of you and happy birthday. Glad to have you here at the races with us. Who's out on the track now? This is from Kelseyville, Jody Snyder. Green flag, green light. Dino Gravera gets himself a little bit of daylight, but here comes David Jones on the outside, Kevin Wasick on the inside, as they're all trying to jockey for position. And Manuel Antonio looking to make something happen, gets a little bit close, and Gary Collins has to recover, but is able to do so as they all continue on in the right direction. Dino Gravera has the lead, Kevin Wasick on the outside, Bill Musi in that 3rd spot, coming underneath the 11 car. Manuel Antonio looking for some room. Gary Collins waiting for some room. And car number 29, Dino Gravera, has the room. Manuel Antonio looking to challenge the 87 of Bill Musi, trying to stay close. That allows Gary Collins to come in underneath the 45 car. Dino Gravera with the lead. Bill Musi staying close. Dino Gravera taking up quite a bit of track, but he drifts high, and that allows Bill Musi to come in underneath him, and Bill Musi is going to take advantage of that, forcing the 29 of Dino Gravera on the outside, where Dino Gravera does have difficulty because he doesn't have as much racetrack to work, and he has to slow down, forcing Manuel Antonio also to slow down, allowing Gary Collins now to come into that second and now challenge on the outside, the 87 of Bill Musi. Here comes Andy Vandeveer now underneath into that 3rd spot with George Mavrakis, and we have quite a bit of going on here with 45 Manuel Antonio and the 50 car of Jerry Crapo, but they get it worked out without bringing out a caution. Here come your leaders. Bill Musi challenged by Gary Collins, followed by Andy Vandeveer and George Mavrakis. Lead 5 cars with sizable distance from the rest of the pack. Gary Collins inching his way forward along Bill Musi. Andy Vandeveer waiting to see what's going to happen. The excitement's in the back of the pack, but the race is in the front of the pack, as Gary Collins challenges the 87 of Bill Musi, looking to come in now, and now has the lead from the 87, and 29 Dino Gravera picks up the inside track. Jody Snyder able to get by safely. So like I say, we have a lot of fun in the back of the pack, but the race is in the front as Gary Collins has the lead. 49 Andy Vandeveer challenging 87 of Bill Musi for 2nd. George Mavrakis looking for some room to make something happen, and Eric Johnson, who was the winner last week, looking for something to happen as well in the inside. So Gary Collins now with a sizable lead. Andy Vandeveer coming along on the outside, now takes 2nd away from Bill Musi. Andy Vandeveer with a track record and fast time, looking to use that to his benefit tonight as Jody Snyder goes in behind the barrier, and Eric Johnson battles for control also out of turn 1. quite a bit of excitement here as Gary Collins leads. Andy Vanderveer in second. Caution is out. We have a caution on the track because Jody Snyder is not making it safely behind the barrier. From Shepherd Videography Service with 2 cameras, one on the back stretch, one on the front stretch, and they are tied right into the announcer's microphone. So you can get your copies of DVDs from Shepherd Videography Service by ordering it at the souvenir trailer right behind the main grandstand of a great race tonight, or ordering it at Century Market. Again, the racing tonight on DVD from Shepherd Videography Service with 2 cameras, one on the back stretch, one on the front stretch, tied right into the announcer's microphone. Order your copy tonight of the North State Challenge Series, brought to you by Scottfield Executive Hotels and the Legend Cars of the Pacific, the Pro 4 Modifieds, Bonus Bombers, and Bombers. Racing is resuming, and again, Gary Collins on the inside, and now Andy Vanderveer side by side, which is where he was trying to get a little while ago. George Mavrakis on the outside in that 4th spot, and now the race is on as Andy Vanderveer tries to work the outside groove, which he's been proven to be very good at. Challenges Gary Collins, who has a marvelous technique at controlling the racetrack. Key to watch right now is going to be how they control the track, as Gary Collins has the inside groove and makes it work. Now George Mavrakis has been able to come in underneath 49 as he drifted high out of turn 4. And we still have lots of fun and games here in the back of the stretch as car number 29, Dino Rivera, spins out unassisted in turn 1. He tries to come back out on the track with the leaders coming, Gary Collins, George Mavrakis, and Andy Vanderveer. And they all get by him as Andy Vanderveer battles for control now out of turn 2. And he's still battling for control as Eric Johnson comes up alongside him. And that puts him way back behind the pack, as Gary Collins and George Mavrakis now are battling for the lead coming out of turn 4. Gary Collins, your leader in car number 5, followed by the outside 35 of George Mavrakis, and here comes Andy Vanderveer now working his way into 3rd again, past the 29 of Dino Rivera. Eric Johnson working his way into 4th. Miss Piggy flag is out for the 5 car, Gary Collins. He received several of those earlier in the previous race, and now he's getting some more again as he is trying to do all he can to prevent George Mavrakis from challenging. The key right now is to watch the corners of the bumpers. That's where things happen, is on the corner of the bumpers as they work their way forward. Gary Collins on the inside, George Mavrakis on the outside, and you can see how close the right rear bumper and the front left bumper are as they try to complete the challenge to come alongside. Technical black flag is out for Jody as she is sparking all kinds of things underneath her wheel well there in the right front. All kinds of sparks coming out. She has a technical black flag. She's going into the pits. Car number 32 into the pits with a technical black flag. Here comes your leader, Gary Collins. George Mavrakis still trying to stay close. Andy Vanderveer now in 3rd, and Eric Johnson in a distant 4th, followed by Manuel Antonio. A few laps left in this 30-lap feature event of the Bonus Bombers, brought to you by Guy Strohmeyer Auto Center. Gary Collins, George Mavrakis, Andy Vanderveer, 1, 2, and 3. Followed by a distant Eric Johnson and Manuel Antonio. Once again, we get into the heated laps, these last 3 laps. Watch the bumpers between Gary Collins and George Mavrakis as they battle for the win with just a couple of laps left. The white flag is out. They're coming into their last lap. Gary Collins still trying to control that inside groove George Mavrak is trying to make something happen. Andy Vanderveer hoping for some room. Going to turns 3 and 4. Here they come out of turn 4. This is for the checkered flag for the feature event. Gary Collins takes the win. George Mavrakis in second. Andy Vanderveer, Eric Johnson, and Manuel Antonio. Fun in the back of the pack and a tremendous race in the front. Gary Collins coming in as the winner of the feature event of the Bonus Bombers. Brought to you by Lakeport Service and Twin Pine Casino. Remind you that next week, August 18th, King of the Hill Challenge moves to Ukiah Speedway. And on August 25th, racing returns to Lakeport Speedway for the final King of the Hill points race at Lakeport with the modifieds, lake models, mini stocks, bombers, and bonus bombers. Mark your calendars also for September 15th, the Bomber Bash and boat races. And then on October 20th and 21st, the 18th annual KXPX October Classic. Coming up now, we have our 15-lap semi-main event for the Geistromeyer Auto Center Bombers, brought to you by Piedmont Lumber and Taco Bell. 2 cars will transfer to the feature event of the Bombers as a result of this race.